Today we're going to be cleaning out my 1965 Ford Falcon for my trip up to Massachusetts. About a 565-mile trip. So we're going to show you guys the copious rat's nest and tons of asbestos that's still in this car. I'm Terrence, and welcome to Bumper Jack Garage. All right, so we are inside the Falcon, and I don't know if you can see, but there is a little rat's nest down in there. I'm gonna try and get the little shot back from AutoZone, not sponsored by AutoZone, to get in there and get that rat's nest. All right, so we're gonna start by vacuuming, cleaning this floor, getting the acorns and miscellaneous garbage. What's this? Oh, Mike cashed a check in 1984. We're going to try and clean this up before we move over to the heater box with the rat's nest in it, and cutting that shag carpet out, because of actually the original carpet is still underneath the shag carpet. I don't know why they put the shag carpet in there, but we're about to figure this out. I'm actually going to come through and cut all of that extra string off of there.
Look on the outside though.
All right, so I'm gonna show you guys the floor. Oh, Jesus. All right, so we're about to actually lift the carpet. I'm gonna show you guys the driver's side floor pan. From my understanding, there's a pinhole here, but there is a hole, and looks like we found our door hinge bolts. So I'll be able to fix the door correctly, but here's the hole. Looks like it was patched with maybe some fiberglass, maybe. Let's vacuum her up and see what we got. That looks like that is a type of, I think that's hard rubber. I don't know what kind of mat that is, but there's the hole. That's the weakest spot of the floorboard in this car from when I've been underneath it. So, but let's go ahead and cut out some of this old carpet so that it's not being absolutely annoying. I actually want to save this rubber mat because I have a phobia to just step in the car without a mat. I don't know why. I need to have some type of mat down there. Just tear that. All that dust you see, yeah, that's asbestos. So I think you get mesothelioma from asbestos. So I guess I'll be calling one of those commercials about having mesothelioma. Get paid even though I'm only 28 years old. It's worth a shot. Looks like we can pull those apart. We can pull apart. Jeez. This, if you look in here, you can actually see the carpet is just unraveling. So see how far back I'm gonna need to cut. About here. Actually, looks like I'm gonna have to cut the whole piece of this carpet out. Let me turn it off. All right, so I finally cut that carpet out, and besides this hole right here, I actually discovered one closer up right there. Not a big deal. I actually had a 65 Dodge Polara that I drove with cardboard floors until I could put sheet metal in there, so that's not a big deal to me. But I cleaned it out, and we got that old carpet cut out, and we're gonna get it put in, and we're gonna move over to the heater box. Okay.
2, 1.
All right, so I'm actually gonna try and save some time vacuuming by just cutting the shag out and pulling that out as one unit. And there's the factory carpet underneath. Oh, what is that? What we got here? Ah, I found an unknown wire. Oh, it must be speaker wire. Well, we can go ahead and cut that because I just use Bluetooth speakers in these things. So there we go. And there we go. Let's continue pulling. Oh, factory floor mat. So go ahead and keep that. We'll move that off to the side. Let's keep pulling. Looks like it's going into a cell panel. So, or whoever installed this thing was really professional about it, let me tell you. So full disclaimer, I am not a Ford enthusiast in the least little bit. I actually got this car because I got it on a really good deal, like fantastic deal. But I am a Mopar man to the core, but also when you see a pretty solid car for next to nothing, you'd be a fool to turn that down. So let's hit this with the vet. Oh, look at that. Found the future assembly for the grill. All right, so it looks like this floor was patched. If you can see, yep, sheet metal pop rivet. This floor was actually patched. How did I not? I'm touching underneath it and I can feel the rivets, but I don't feel any rust holes. So I am kind of confused as to why they would even patch that unless the floor was getting weak. But I don't feel any rust holes. We'll have to explore underneath the car more just to make sure I'm not overlooking. But let's go ahead and dig into my mouse's home and see if we can't find any of them. stop it. All right, so I'm about to just go ahead and throw some good old 409 multi-surface cleaner onto the seats of this thing. As you can clearly tell, it's brand freaking new. And she's spraying. So let's see if we can get this to resemble the blue that it once was. With a little scrubble dub. I'm gonna soak this, scrub it. Nice scrub, pull off all of that. What looks like mold. And the seat actually does not look crap. Seat does not look too terrible. If you can see it on my camera. Not a bad looking seat. Well, the passenger side anyway, it's not a bad looking seat. Let's scrub it a little bit more right here in the center console or center area. And let's do the back. All right, looks like that's about as clean as she's gonna get with that 409. That's not bad looking. So what we're gonna do next before we leave this side to do the driver's side is clean up these little door panels real quick and see how they come out. I'm kind of impressed now. And as a disclaimer, I am not sponsored by 409. Oh, that looks good. Look at that. Okay, 409. You've got my attention. All right, let me get a rag that's not saturated in mold in 409. I'm impressed. Oh man, I'm genuinely impressed. This isn't even fake impression. This is real genuine impression. Look at that. I'll be darned. Wow. That's not bad for a FORD. Okay. All right, so we're on the door panel of the driver's side of my 64 Falcon, which 65 Falcon, I'm sorry. So let me tell you something that's really annoying me. Back up a little bit. Let me tell you something that's really annoying me about this. That right there, it is really getting under my nerves. And I say this because hold on, let me let it go again. Right there, that kills me. And I say this because I own a 65 Dodge Coronet station wagon. I owned a 65 Dodge Polara. This is a 65 Ford. Now with my 65 Coronet, I can put the door open and it stays open. It has like a 3-position locking or whatever Mopar called it back then. Obviously Ford didn't think that was necessary, so the door just closes. Drives me up the wall. Unless something's missing here. I don't know. Maybe Ford had it, maybe they didn't. Maybe somebody took the door apart because I found the 2 hinge bolts underneath the freaking carpet. But I'll do some research and see, or if any of you have a 65 Falcon and your door actually stays open and it's just missing a part, please let me know in the comments down below, because as I said earlier, I'm not a Ford man by no means. So and as we watch all the mold slip away. I don't know about you guys, but this 409 is really impressing me right now. And let's get a dry rag and go give her a once over. Not as clean as the passenger side. Let's see if I can't go around her again.
What with like a SOS pad?
All right, get a little bit more grime right there. There we go. All right, that's a little bit cleaner. We're not gonna be picture perfect, but I don't want to be driving and smelling a mixture of rat turd and asbestos for the better part of 9 hours. All right, and we're gonna move so you guys can see my driver's seat. It is a well-worn driver's seat. We're gonna 409 this up real quick. Let me switch out to my dry rag. All right, there she blows.
Now.
All right, so we found this trash. We got the carpet out. Got an old rag, old cardboard box. We actually discovered the seat belts, which we're just gonna. You see these seat belts? Let me see if I can't pull it out. Which way I can get it out? There we go. It comes out. So there we go. You see this? You never saw that. All right, so I'm gonna reach my hand underneath the seat. If you are watching this video, you hear painful screams because there's a snake underneath here. Ha! No, I'm playing with you. Got an old Pepsi bottle, a Big T Tasty Freeze. I don't know who Big T is. I'm not that old. A little ruler. Actually, put that up front. I'm actually terrified, so let me look underneath here real quick. All right, there's nothing underneath there. We can start back. You can stop it. All right, so I'm sorry we had to take a little momentary pause to unclog the armor all. Shop vac. So let's get back to vacuum. So we're about to go ahead and 409 the back side right here. I mean, not that many people will be riding back here, but there we go. Ooh, look at that. Turning white and foamy must mean it works. There we go, we're getting it. Clean rag. When is it just gonna, oh, it's okay to drive. I was about to say, 409, you failed me. All All right, we're good. So now we're about to do the door panel. All right, that's nice and saturated. So let's step down, get my clean rag, and give it a dry scrub. Now, one thing I have not done is tried to roll these windows down. I've always had bad luck with windows falling off the track, so I guess we'll give her a roll whirly-dirly and see what we got. Holy crap. All right, we're not gonna go any further. It goes down enough for 4 down and 40. We're good. Start vacuuming the passenger side of the floor. That floor actually looks like it's kind of concave. I'll reach underneath them pants too. All right. Oh, nope, that's not good. Oh, it's a seatbelt bolt. I don't belong there. More Pepsi bottles. All right, so we found some more Pepsi bottles. So what we're about to do is clean this back seat. I mean, look at it. It looks absolutely horrible. So we're gonna break out the 409 again. We're gonna lather this. Don't mind that spider web right there. That spider's probably died in '92. That seat actually looks really good as well. Really good. Give it a little scrub. Look at that. That's good. I'd sit back here. I mean, no, I won't because it's my car and I'll never sit in the back seat of my own car. But if it wasn't my car and I didn't have a choice to ride in the front seat, I would sit back here on this back seat. All right, let's do this side right here. So after we get done with this, I'm just come by with a clean, dry shop cloth to clean her up a bit. Try to see. Oh, look at that back here. All right. Oh, what we got here? Brake hardware. That's funny because I had to buy brake hardware for this car all around, so. Brinkley Auto Parts. Determine that you are a lie. All right, let's come by with the dry cloth. And give her a nice one. Oh, would you look at there? Somebody was brushing their teeth. I'd say this is circa 1971, give or take, you know. So I'm gonna auction this off. If any of you want it, just let me know. If it's a 1971 toothbrush, it's gotta be worth at least $9,000. So let me know, I'll save it. What we got here? A pole and more. You know what? We didn't see that shag carpet. That shag carpet can stay. All right, so now I'm about to do the door of the passenger side. I must say, it's $409 for the, I think I paid, what, $3 or $4? This works pretty well. It's not the real fine $409, but you know, should do good. I know a lot of you are probably wondering, oh, how does this 28-year-old guy know about the real fine dual quad 409? 425 horses? I don't know. I've never owned one. I've driven one though. I have nothing to compare it against, but I know the Hemi outrun it. Why? Because the mother freaking Hemi. I think I'm gonna leave that patina of the door right there. Of all four doors, I like that rust come through. You know, I think I've come to learn that I have a phobia of buying cars that are actually like really good cars. I actually can't think of one that I've had that was good. I take that back. I had a 1976 Feather Duster. That was a pretty decent car, but it had no sway bars and almost tossed me off a bridge when I was on my way down doing about 70 miles an hour, and I immediately sold it. I'm a big car guy, and I just bought it off impulse because it was a good buy as well. I think that was the best car I had, because right after that, I bought a 65 Dodge Polara with no floors. So, all right, let's see about this seatbelt ring. I mean, you guys don't see this. $1966 penny. You see that? You don't see that? There we go. This car did not come with seatbelts from the factory. Don't worry about that. That's gonna disappear real soon as well. All right. You got it. So we're about to do something that I literally never do, and that is sit in the back seat of a classic car that I actually own, and you'll see why. One, generally I'm too tall to get in these back seats, but two, still smell like rat and asbestos in here. So it still smells like rat and asbestos back here. So got some little tree spray, black ice. Was my father's favorite, and it actually turned out to be my favorite as well. So I'm gonna give these a quick spritz, and hopefully that smell takes. And oh, that smells better already, but that's probably because it's right in front of me. Hopefully that smell takes, and let it sit overnight, and we won't smell like rat and asbestos. You know, thinking back, I could have done this in the front seat, but you know, I never sit in the back seat of my car. So, ooh, I feel like I should clean the headliners, huh? Nah, this don't look like a factory headliner anyway. It's not blue. Whole car is blue. There's no way the headliner should be white. But for you Ford enthusiasts out there, let me know if I'm actually wrong. I mean, okay. Why not the trees, you say? Well, because whenever I open a tree and I hang it on my rearview mirror, it gives me an instant headache. And me and headaches just don't bode well. So let's give her. There we go. We're good. So my co-host had an idea. He said, you know, with that little shag carpet going around the back seat, why don't we just try and lift the seat and get the rest of the shag carpet out? And I thought about it. I was like, okay, we'll do it. But, you know, hopefully we don't see. It's not that I'm afraid of rats. I just think they're disgusting animals, creatures. All right, so let's give it a college boy try. Ah. Look at that. That is a huge nest.
Well, there goes the build sheet.
All right, so we're actually gonna pause this. We're gonna get this seat out, and then we'll show you the disgustingness that is this back seat. All right, so I want to show you the monstrosity of a mouse nest we found, and I want to thank my co-host for saying we should pull the seat out because, and we were examining it, and I believe we just found a little bit of the build sheet. No, that says checks. Maybe not. Maybe they left the build sheet intact. I don't know. So we're gonna actually cut the video again, and we're gonna empty this out. This is actually really disgusting. Huh. So I know that some of you may be wondering, man, they got that seat unhooked really quickly. So I've come to terms, and I think that the person that installed the shag carpet just didn't put the seat in all the way. Plus, the mounting thing for it. I think this is one mount, and the other mount is covered completely by rat's nest. So, if you're wondering why that seat came out that quick, it's because I think the last person that did it was kind of lazy about it and did it. So I'm actually going to take this seat and just kind of beat it over the trash can, and hopefully the whole nest just falls out.
Just might as well scoop it.
Yeah, give me 1 second. We're gonna go find a scoop for this. Oh, I got a scoop right here. Oh, that would have been nice to have when I was vacuuming earlier, but I was rushing. Oh, my phone vibrated and scared the daylights out of me. So I think that there's probably about 50, 60 generations of rats that have called this car residence. I think mice and rats produce really quickly, so it might be upwards of like 90 to 100 generations of rats that have taken up refuge in this Ford. But I'm here to report that this Ford is no longer a rat's home. At least as far as if I can help it. The build sheet, I don't see the build sheet. Now, like I said, I'm a Mopar guy, and a good bit of my Mopars, I found the build sheet underneath the back seat. So if you're actually a Ford guru and you will know where to find the build sheet, drop it in the comments below in case it wasn't underneath here with Ratatouille, Try and get all of this out. All right, so we're about to go in and get the rest of the mice nest out of here. I actually don't see the seat mounts in here, so we're taking a look. Yeah, I'm not seeing the rear seat mount, so let's just roll this carpet up. Oh, there it is. There we go, we found it. No, spider or ant. Nope, that's definitely a spider. All right, so I think we are, I think we're safe to vacuum the rest of this up. Hopefully it doesn't, what is this? Oh, buddy boy, we need some sparkers. We can get some sparkatures out here, let's see. Ooh, she still works. One man's trash, another man's treasure, which I don't think that's trash. I think he just lost it. Scooped. Oh, found another hole. She's fine. rest of this up. What we got here? Something about terminals. Now I'm about to fire up the old vacuum cleaner and get her going. You can stop it.
It's alright, man. Stuck in there. Check the side. Check the side.
All right, so we're about to take these out. So this is a Brawl. This is from Harbor Freight. So, you know, apparently it has 350 foot-pounds of braking torque. I'm actually going to do a video where I test this up against a Milwaukee, which I am a firm believer that Milwaukee is going to outperform this thing by a mile. But it's good just to have to, you know, take off lug nuts and everything real quickly without leaving your expensive Milwaukee. Without leaving your expensive Milwaukees laying around, you know. So this car actually never came with seatbelts, as far as I know. So that's why they are coming out, because I don't drive cars. Well, I don't drive old cars without seatbelt. I obey the law. But let's go ahead and get this one out. There she goes. All right, and let me do. There we go, factory removal. So this Ford was actually factory, no seatbelt car. Yeah, so there it is. Like I said, I'm gonna do the video of this up against the Milwaukee, which, I mean, this is literally like a quarter of the price of the Milwaukee. So if this outperformed the Milwaukee, I'm coming for you. So before we close up shop for the day, I wanted to reach out. I actually found the wallet of the person that owned this car in 1982, I believe. Let's see. So I got the certified trained driver for Michael Wayne Ripley. January 23rd, 1980, Louisa County High School, Virginia. So Mr. Ripley, or if anybody that would happen to know Mr. Ripley, I have the car you graduated high school in 1984. Your tassel is literally still hanging in the, or 1982, I'm sorry. Your tassel was still hanging in the window. So let me get the tassel so that you can actually see it. So tassel is still hanging there. 1982, class of 1982. So if by happenstance anybody's watching this and actually know Michael Ripley that graduated 1982 Louisa County High School. Oh crap. The tassel is still here. It's not going nowhere. It's going to stay in the rearview mirror. I do have your old wallet, so if you want that back, just reach out and maybe we can meet up.